Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we've got game 2 against the Rockies today. We dropped yesterday's game 2-0. Just even if the Rockies haven't been so great all year, they just seem to match up well against us. Although, you know, when you've got people like Joe Saunders or Felix Hernandez, that does help your cause quite a bit. So we'll see who the Rockies are throwing today. As you can see, the normal lineup in, other than Sweeney at third, because Chief is still hurt. It was a 5-day injury, I forget. This might be the third game, so he might only have a couple games left until he comes back. You've got Stitch on the mound. And here in a moment, Buck should be stepping up to the plate to get this game started. And there he is. Oh, excuse me. First pitch, a curveball that's ground foul towards first base. And this pitch misses inside. We've got a 1-1 count. Called strike on a curveball. Looked like it might have been low to me. Buck certainly thought so. Swing and a miss on the changeup for the first out of the game. Scott Posednik will step into the box. He will hit a ground ball back to Stitch. 2 away. Garrett Atkins now batting. First pitch is called a strike. Second pitch is swung on and missed. Stitch goes with the slider, but it hits the dirt. 1-2. Fastball fouled off Atkins' foot. Still 1-2. Hits a changeup. That'll get through the middle for a base hit. A 2-out single will bring Jeremy Hermida to the plate, and he will look at strike one. This one just misses inside. And this pitch down and in. It's a 2-1 count. Changeup misses again. It's 3-1. Fastball, that's called a strike. We've got a full count with 2 outs. Runner will be off, but it's fouled away. We'll try again. Atkins off again. And a swing and a miss. He chases ball 4, I do believe, but that will end the inning. So the Rockies with a hit but no runs. Kester will lead things off for the Squirrels in the bottom half of the inning. The Rockies look to have the same lineup into the game, and why wouldn't they? I don't know if it's Aaron Laffey or Aaron LaFay. I can't remember how he pronounces it. I did actually look him up. He did play for the Rockies in real life, though that didn't happen until 2015, which we're not even to that in this simulation. It's only 2013 in these games. So maybe PowerPros knew something back in 2008. Guess I could look up how he pronounces his name. Anyway, Kester strikes out. Marvin will bat right-handed, and first pitch will be inside. As a 1-1 count. That pitch is a bit high. Three and 1 now. Make it a full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that will bring Sweeney to the plate. He's done a fine job. Filling in for Chief here. Has a 2-0 count. Ground ball to second. Goes to Sanchez, and that will in the first inning. So we're scoreless as we go into the second inning. The Rockies are starting off with Mike Morse.
Mike Morse, shortstop.
Well, from what I can tell, it looks like the should be pronounced Laffy, though I didn't find anything actually official about that, so we'll see how the game pronounces it when he comes to the plate. Not that that's always right either. In this at-bat, Morse has a 2-2 count. He will go down swinging. One away. Angel Sanchez at the plate. That slider goes outside. Swing and a miss makes it 1-1. There's a called strike, makes it 1-2. And that fastball a bit high. Stitch comes back with a curveball. That's called a strike. No argument from a Sanchez. Brings Lundberg to the plate. He takes a curveball for strike one. Swings at a curveball in the dirt. And that changeup misses. 1-2. Slider, that will not get over Kester's head, and that will end the top of the second. Still no scores. We go to the bottom half of the inning, where Terry will lead things off.
Number 4, Terry, first baseman.
First pitch to Terry is called strike one. That slider in the dirt. Hits this one pretty hard, doesn't have enough. It's a deep part of the field, but it gets over. A 416-foot shot into left center field, his 15th of the season. Gives the Squirrels a 1-0 lead, and that went right over that cutout before the wall goes high out there in left center. If he'd hit it any further towards center field, I don't think that would have gotten out. So as it is, he extends his team home run lead to 2 over Tom. So that will bring Frank to the plate. Obviously nobody on and nobody out. Frank with a 1-1 count. Looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One down. Here is Tom at the plate. Looks at strike 1. A pitch down by his feet. It's a 1-1 count. Hits this one through the right side of the infield. That is a 1-out single. Brings Zach to the plate. Pops this one up right behind the plate. Tenna makes the catch. 2 down. Runner on first for Joey. Ground ball to short. Morse handles that, and that will end the inning. Squirrels get 2 hits, but one of those hits goes over the wall, so they take a 1-0 lead. Colorado will start off with Tenna at the plate in the third. First pitch from Stitch is a curveball for strike 1. This will be fouled away. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Okay, they pronounce it Laffy too, so or Laffy. So I think I was on the right track. He has an 0-2 count to start this at bat. Hits this towards third. Sweeney able to grab it before it can hit the ground. So 5 strikeouts for Stitch, the first time through the Rockies order. Buck was one of those victims. Hits this one, it'll be a little bloop towards short, and Joey does make the catch. 1-0 Squirrels as we go to the bottom of the third, where Stitch will lead things off.
Number 006,
First pitch is in the dirt. There's a strike. Hits this one down the line, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. Leadoff single for the pitcher. Kester will start the second go-around of the order. 3 strikeouts for Laffey the first time through. Kester, one of those victims. And he's going to bunt. It's going to go foul, though. 1-1. Looks at strike 2. Now he's showing bunt again with 2 strikes. Pulls it back. It is out of the zone. 2-2. Kester looking to be swinging here, which he does into what looks like it's going to be a double play. It was pretty close at first, but it was indeed a double play. 6-4-3. Like Sanchez had a little trouble getting that ball towards first, but he got it there just in the nick of time. So that will bring Marvin to the plate. He also struck out in his first at-bat, and he looks at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Ground ball to second, and that will end the third. We go into the 4th inning. Squirrels leading 1-0. Scott Posednik will lead things off for the Rocks.
Number 22, Scott Posednik.
Stitch will start him off with a curveball that's fouled away. Slider catches the outside corner. I guess you'd call that a backdoor slider. I feel like you just don't normally say that about a right-handed pitcher. Pops this one up. Stitch is going to go over and get it about midway down the third base line. And he does make the catch, so that will bring Garrett Atkins into the batter's box. He got a base hit in his first at-bat. This one a line drive to first. Terry makes the grab. 2 away, Jeremy Hermida struck out in his first at-bat. And he starts off with the slider over the inside corner. Not sure it's where Tom wanted it, but it was called a strike. Throws another slider, but that one's too low. Fastball for strike 2. Ground ball, Stitch will throw to first, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still a 1-0 ball game, and Sweeney will lead it off. Sweeney ground out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Looks at strike 2. And this down in the dirt. Sweeney's not swung yet in this at-bat. Does here, and he comes up with a base hit into right field. That will bring Terry to the plate. He hit the solo home run. That's the only run of the game so far. Would have been a no doubt in any other ballpark. This one, it was a little iffy, but it did get over. And that's all that matters. Laffey seems worried about Sweeney over on first. Terry now with a 1-1 count after that swing and a miss, and then another check over on first. Sweeney takes off, and he will steal second. That actually might be the best thing he could have done for Laffey, so he can just forget about checking on him. Line drive to second. Sweeney gets back, or to shortstop rather. 1 away, runner still in scoring position. Frank a ground ball to short that forces Sweeney back to second again. 2 away. Tom at the plate now. Runner still on second. First pitch is a sinking fastball for a strike. Ground ball over Laffey's head. Morse will grab it and get it to first in plenty of time. We go to the 5th inning. Still a 1-0 Squirrels lead, and Mike Morse is due to lead off for Colorado.
Number 12, Mike Morse.
First pitch is called a strike. Ground ball. Stitch will take care of that himself.
Number 38, Angel Sanchez.
Sanchez at the plate, and he will look at a strike on a Not sure that's how that changeup was supposed to look, but it was in the zone. Then a ground ball to second. Kester will take care of that. There are 2 away, and Lundberg at the plate. I think he's the one that popped up towards third that Stitch took himself, I think. Grounds this one to third. Sweeney will take care of this one, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 1-0. Zach will lead things off for the Squirrels. Zach fouled out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Pitch misses outside, comes back with a slider that goes too far inside. Ground ball, this was fouled down the third base line. 2-2. Pops this one up, Lundberg goes back and he makes the grab, still barely on the dirt of the infield. 1 down, Joey ground out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Ground ball to short, Morse will take care of that, and that will end the inning. Or no, sorry, that's only 2 outs. Stitch got a base hit in his first at-bat, but then Kester hit into a double play right behind him. Fouls the first pitch away. Hits this one a ground ball to second, routine play for Sanchez. That ends the inning. We go into the 6th with the Rockies behind 1-0. About said that wrong. They are starting off with Tenna at the plate. He struck out in his first at-bat. And that pitch misses down and away. Called strike, makes it 1-1. Then a ground ball to short. Joey takes care of that. 1 away. Here's Laffey again. He's going to hit for himself. Lined out in his first at-bat. He's only given up the 1 home run, really. So don't blame the Rockies, especially when their complete games have worked out so well against us as of late. Laffey grounds out to third. There's 2 away. Buck at the plate. Stitch up to 5 strikeouts now. A ground ball up the middle. Stitch knocks it down. Has to take a second to collect himself, but he does get it over there in time. It's a 1-0 Squirrels lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th, where Kester will lead things off. Kester 0 for 2. He is struck out and ground into a double play. Looks at strike 1 here. Pitches inside. Misses again. It's 2-1. Line drive, but it's going to hook foul. There's a called strike, and that will be the first out. Marvin at the plate looks at strike 1. I don't think he has a hit today. I'm not confident of that. That's not going to work either. Ground ball to second. 2 away. Sweeney definitely has a hit. He is 1 for 2. Got a base hit in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Popped up. Tenna goes back, and it lands foul. 0-2 count. That's going to be a line drive into left center, which is good because that saves me from having to figure out a double switch with no backup third baseman. And that will get the speedy Sweeney in there for a double. 2 outs, but the Squirrels are threatening. Terry, again, has the solo home run in this game. First pitch out of the zone. Comes back with a changeup that misses inside. Doesn't throw a strike there either. It's 3-0. There's a called strike. Almost a pity call, I think. Swing and a miss. Now we got a full count. Sweeney does not break from second. Terry just hit another deep one. This one off the top of the wall. Sweeney will score, so it's an RBI double, very nearly his second home run of the game. Squirrels now up 2-0. Frank at the plate, looks at strike one. There are 2 outs. Frank with a 1-1 count. Make it 2-1. That slider didn't make it back. Fouled back. That'll make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We go to the 7th inning. Squirrels now leading 2-0. And Scott Posednik will lead things off. We are going to go get Johnston to pitch an inning. Put him into, that was Frank's spot, which will bring Quinton into the game.
Your attention, please. Now coming on to pitch for Indianapolis, number 27, Johnston.
All right, Posednik is 0 for 2 today. He will put this into left field for a base hit. Leadoff single for a speedy runner. Maybe not speedy enough. We get a... Oh, they only have Posednik rated at 8. I thought he was faster than that. Holiday's rated at 12. And he will come in to pinch run. Garrett Atkins hits a ground ball. This looks like it could be a double play. And it sure is. 4-6-3. Sharply hit ground ball right at second base, so couldn't have been any more tailor-made. So 2 outs and the base is empty now for Jeremy Hermida. He misses or looks at a sinker that misses inside, then swings at a fastball. I'm not sure that was a strike. Slurve gets a swing and a miss again, 1-2. Popped up, Tom is going to wait for it and foul ground, and he makes the catch. That brings us to the 7th inning stretch. It's a 2-0 Squirrels lead. Tom will lead off on the other side. Tom at the plate. Laffey's still on the mound for now. Puts in a changeup for strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away, that'll bring Zach to the plate. He's popped out in both at-bats so far. Looks at a strike. Laffey's still wiping his brow. That'll get through the middle for a base hit. 1 out single. That'll bring Joey to the plate. 1 on, 1 out, and that pitch is out of the zone. And that pitch gets away. That'll move the runner down to second base. And Joey now showing bunt, and he gets down a pretty good one. He's not very fast, though, is a problem. Although the throw was offline, that nearly worked out. Atkins able to make up for the... Lundberg, rather. Able to make up for Atkins' throw. Had my name switched around there. Does move the runner to third. There's 2 outs. Quinton taking his first at-bat of the day. It will be right-handed. First pitch is called a strike. Quinton didn't care for it. Then he swings and misses at a very hittable fastball, so can't complain too much. Actually, swings and misses at 2 very hittable fastballs, and that will end the inning. Still 2-0 Squirrels as we go into the 8th, where Mike Morse will lead things off. We will go get our Hermida to pitch his setup inning. We've played a decent number of games against Jeremy Hermida, and I feel like it's very rare for the 2 Hermidas to actually meet. It's happened, but it's rare.
Your attention, please. Now come on to pitch for Indianapolis. Number 17, Hermia.
All right, Morse is 0 for 2 today. That curveball a bit wild to start off the at-bat. Throws a better one there. We get a lazy line drive to second where Phil will make the grab. Sanchez at the plate, also 0 for 2. Looks at strike one. And that pitch up and away. Comes back with the curveball. It gets a swing and a miss. This one is hit, and that's going to go into right field for a base hit. 1 on, 1 out. Lundberg at the plate. He has flown out and ground out so far. Bounces in the curveball. Bounces in another curveball, though I think that was a little bit closer. Finally throws one for a strike, and it gets popped up foul. Sweeney makes the catch. 2 away. Tenna at the plate has struck out and ground out so far today. Looks at the curveball for strike one. This one too far inside. Another curveball, ground ball to third, and it gets through for a base hit down the left field line. Rockies have 2 men on, pitcher spot up, and they will pinch hit this time. Josh Hamilton is going to come in to try to get the Rockies on the scoreboard.
32, Josh Hamilton.
This pitch is fouled away. Another called strike. That fastball too high. Hamilton does not chase it. Does swing at the curveball, but he comes up empty, and that will end the top of the 8th inning. So the Rockies get a few guys on, but can't push any runs across. Still 2-0 Squirrels, and they will start off with Kester in the bottom half of the inning.
Your attention, please. Now coming up to pitch for the Rockies. Number 23, Ryan Spire.
Ryan Spire is going to come in to pitch for the Rockies. Kelly Shopik is going to come in and do the catching now. We'll see what that does with the lineup. That one, say, not necessarily a bad double switch like the game does a lot of times where you have somebody moving around in the order. That one could be legit. Kester's fouling off a lot of pitches. He's got an 0-2 count. Finally puts one in fair ground. Will Buck get there? He will not. That falls in for a leadoff single. Marvin at the plate. He'll flip around left-handed. He is 0 for 3. I didn't think he'd gotten a hit yet. Hits this one pretty hard. Buck is not going to catch up to that. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. That's going to score Kester. Marvin is going to cruise in for a triple. 3-0 Squirrels. And now suddenly the save in doubt. Sweeney at the plate, runner on third, nobody out. And he hits a hard one into left center. Buck, Holiday, nobody's catching up to that one either. Marvin has long since scored, and that's back-to-back triples for the Squirrels in this game, getting away from the Rockies. Very real chance that both of those, but especially that one out of Sweeney, would have been a home run in pretty much any other park, but we have that terribly deep left center field. That's going to be it for Spire already. Drolleman is going to come in to try to calm things down here. Spire just comes in and throws all sorts of gas on the fire. 4-0 Squirrels. Terry 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. And they are actually going to intentionally walk him. It is the pitcher spot up next, but I mean, we were going to pinch hit regardless. A little surprised they didn't give it a try. Oh wait, it's not the pitcher spot, it's Phil. It was the pitcher spot, but not after last inning. They just really didn't want to pitch to Terry, which, you know, I guess fair enough. He has hit the ball hard today. Phil strikes out swinging. Here is Tom at the plate now. Runners on the corners, one away. Tom swings and misses at the first pitch. Looks at strike 2. Swings at a ball in the dirt, and that will be the second out of the inning. So Zach will come to the plate. Runner still on the corners, now with 2 outs, and he will look at strike 1. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Hits this one foul down the third baseline. Fouls down the first baseline. And swings and misses for strike 3. We go into the 9th. This game no longer a safe situation. The Rockies need 4 runs to stay alive. They are at the top of their order, though. So we will, as soon as we can, get Zap on the mound, which will also bring Martinez in to catch.
Your attention, please. Now coming on to pitch for Indianapolis, number 23, Zap.
All right, Buck is 0 for 3 today. Zap starts him off with a changeup for strike 1. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Bounces in a changeup. Breaking ball for a called strike 3. 1 down. Here is Matt Holliday. So that is where he's supposed to be in the order. He came in to pinch run for Pasednik. Not sure why they're starting Pasednik over Holliday, but that's been a few years in a row now. Holliday grounds out. Garrett Atkins does have a hit today. He's the last chance for the Rockies at the moment. And he has a 1-1 count. There's a called strike to make it 1-2. Rockies down to their last strike. And we get a base hit out of Atkins. 2-out single. Keeps the game going. Jeremy Hermida is 0 for 3 so far. That pitch out of the zone. And this one gets away from Martinez. So the Rockies now with the runner in scoring position, though they're going to need a lot more than one. But Hermida with a 3-0 count. Looks at a strike. Swings and misses. Now we got a full count with 2 outs. Runner on second. He stays put. Called strike 3, and that will be your ball game. Not as close today, though a lot of that damage late. Final score, Colorado Rockies 0, Indianapolis Squirrels 4. Take a look at some highlights, starting with the home run. So that's a difficult part of the field to get it out on, but he did miss the high wall, which helped. Nearly homered later in the game. Marvin also hit one hard. I said that earlier, I don't think that would have been a home run in very many parks. Well placed, but not that deep. If they show Sweeney's after this, which they sure are, that one I do think would have been a home run in most parks. Alright, Stitch is going to be your player of the game. Thought it should have been Terry myself, but thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we've got Game 3 against the Rockies tomorrow. We will see you then.